Hello everyone, my name is Caden, and welcome back to more, if it'll show up on the screen, Chaos Child. Last time we got the Dream Sky End, and today, we're gonna be going for the Another Sky End, which is technically an offshoot of the Dream Sky End, or a branch away, or I don't know. Point is, we might be able to get it today. Not sure, but we'll see. But that's what we're going to be trying to do today. In order to get it, we need to go back to... which was it? The delusion at Takaru's base. So if we go to this delusion, we have to select positive for the first delusion anyway, so we already got that. But now we need to choose negative at this delusion. So let's see what happens now. Anyway, if I read it, I might be able to tell what the goal behind this letter is. I couldn't get the sticker on the back off easily, so I carefully sliced it off with a pair of scissors and took out the pile of folded papers from inside. What's this? Copy paper? Why would someone stuff this into a cute envelope like that? Was she going for Gatmoe? Like, this is cute to me because it's bizarre and unexpected? What does it say? The words on the paper were printed from a computer, not handwritten like the outside. I was a little disappointed, but that was fine. What was important was what they said. Let's see. Dear Miyashiro Takaru, I have watched you for a long time. That was normal. But it was too painful to just watch and not act. So I gathered all my courage together to write this letter. What I want to tell you is extremely simple. I'm in love with you. I have been for a long time. I love how straight your hair is. I love how you're not too athletic and toned, but not too thin. I love how intelligent you look in your glasses. I love your cool, unemotional eyes. I love the high bridge of your nose. I love what a great leader you are in the newspaper club. I love it when you smile. It's moi to me. Moi moi cute. Cute. I love you, Mishiro-senpai. I took a photo of you in secret and made it my cell phone wallpaper, and I stare at it every night. I picked up a piece of your hair and put it in a stuffed Okay, this is getting weird. Stop. I'm always watching you, always. I'm watching you when you get up, rub your eyes, and put on your glasses in the morning. I'm watching when you go outside and take that first big stretch. I'm watching when you're alone, grinning and reading your copy of Cool Cat Press. I'm always watching. I'm always watching you. Always, 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 always. I watch you when you sometimes have your delusions. That's right. You're always having delusions. You could say you're a prisoner of your delusions. You're trapped in a delusion of Shibuya. Something terrible will happen soon. Unless you get an escape. Run. Run. Run, or you'll... Yup. What the hell is this? It's terrifying. Seriously, what the hell? She's completely denpa. A prisoner of my delusions running away? What the hell is she talking about? She was watching me. That was a joke, right? But she knows about Cool Cat Press. She can't really... I stood up to look outside my window. Huh? What's the sensation I'm feeling? So, okay. What was I... That's right, I was reading that letter. Huh? That was covered with pink paper. It wasn't copy paper, and the writing on it was handwritten, not typed. I quickly looked through it, and it was a normal love letter. What was that, then? Did I take Ito's suggestion that it might be a prank a little too seriously? Even so, it seemed so realistic. I calmed myself down and read through the letter again. The letter said that she wanted to date me. And then I saw it. There was an 11-digit number at the bottom of the letter. I'll be waiting for your answer. That's what it said. A phone call, huh? I wasn't very good on the phone. I could feel my stomach clench with stress. I felt like the stress wasn't going to go away until I called. I'd rather just call now than go through all that misery.
Yes.
Let's do this. I spoke loudly to work out my courage and took out the phone. Then I carefully entered the number on the paper and tapped the call with shaking fingers. Well, I waited for a while, but she showed no signs of picking up. Just as I was about to hang up, it connected.
Huh?
Hello? Hmm? The call went through, right? Hello? Hello? Is this Miyashiro-senpai? So this is Azaki Yume's voice. So, okay, there we go. Now we can skip it. I was about to say, this might be a very short episode, because I feel like I should separate it into, like, endings. That being said, if this episode ends up being really short because the ending is going to be quick to get, then I'll probably do the bad endings as well of this route, just to make it longer. Again, it'll also just be an easy, short recording so I can help out parents more with baby stuff. Anyways, for this delusion, we need to select positive, and then we'll be locked into the another sky end. Alright, another sky. So now we just gotta wait for things to start being different. Hello, Uki. So I'm wondering if the difference is going to be that we actually get stuck in the delusion, that we don't actually escape. Because before we did escape the delusion, but maybe this time we won't be so lucky. Well, it's all proceeding as usual right now. Hello. Whee! Whee! And then there's another one. I imagine it's gonna start changing any second now. Any second now. Right? Wow, never mind. We actually still got out of the delusion. Oh! Where's Uki? I stopped and asked. Kurusu and Serika both looked away from me, lips pressed into a thin line. But just from that I could tell. Uki was gone. In the corner of my eye I could see the curtain separating this bed from the next. That was where Dad had been a moment ago. Uki was there. But she was gone now. Uki would never move again. She'd never help get dinner ready, or help Dad at his work all day without a single complaint. I'd known it was going to happen. Uki had told me. But I thought there could have been a chance. Just like how there's a 50-50 chance the cat in the box is alive, at least until you open it. I thought that just maybe. But now I had to accept it. I had to face reality. However... Takeru... My feelings overflowed. Hot tears dripped down my face. There was nothing I could do now but cry. I thought I could save her. This time I thought I could save her. And Uki, I'd seen the girl I'd witnessed at the facility so long ago. Minamisawa Senri. And this time I thought I could save her. Was that wrong of me to do? Even when she was down in that basement, Uki had never thought of herself as sad. Maybe I was being arrogant to think I could save her. Maybe what I'd done for her was just for my own self-satisfaction. Was she ever able to feel any happiness for herself? Even a little?
Thank you, Taku-san.
Uki's words echoed in my mind.
My dreams, I was able to live the life I always wanted, even if it was just for a short time.
She thanked me at the very last moment of her life for helping to grant her tiny little wish, which had only come true in her dreams. It wasn't fair. I cried for a long time after that. For Uki. For the little girl who'd only wanted other people to be happy. In other words, you tell me that you killed Yamazoe Uki. Several days later, Shinjo-san and Kunosawa-san came to ask me about what had happened. So I told them everything. Yeah. Like I just told you, I was the one who took her life, so... You want me to arrest you? Yes. I could still feel it in my hands. The sensation I felt when I ran her body through. I was the one who killed her. And I had to atone for it. Please arrest me. The police probably wanted to find a killer as soon as possible. That's why I thought that Shinjo-san would gladly put the handcuffs on me. However... What do you think?
Impossible.
Yeah. Shinjo-san and Kunosawa-san were looking at each other and saying something that didn't make sense. Impossible? What does that mean? It's impossible that I killed Uki. But I know I stabbed her with my own hands. I real-boot the D-sword. I remember it as clear as day. I was the one who killed her. How could it be impossible? There was no external wounds on Yamazoe Uki's body. What? I see. It wouldn't make sense for Takeru to claim to be the killer because... How? The girl... The second that Takeru mentions that he cut her, it's like that automatically disqualifies him as being possible in the police's eyes, because what do you mean cut her through? She's got no wounds. But that means... What do you mean? Exactly what I said. There were no external wounds on Yamazoe Uki's body. Since she was connected to the case, I had an autopsy performed, but they found no signs that she died from external trauma. In other words, Yamazoe Uki died a natural death. No crime was committed. A natural death? But that's impossible. I killed her.
Are you sure about that?
Kunosawa-san had been mostly silent, but now she interrupted me.
You real-booted your D-sword and stabbed Yamazoe. Are you truly sure about that?
I'm telling you, it's true.
I see. There might be one possibility then. No, but that's...
What is it? Please, tell me. Kunosawa-san's words cut off, and I stormed over to her.
Yamazoe Uki wanted to stop you from becoming a murderer. So she used the last of her power to real-boot a delusion where she died a natural death. Or at least that was my first thought, but... Now that she's dead, there's no way to know for sure.
Interesting.
Of course, if you're still in her world of delusions, that changes things.
World of delusions? This is another delusion? The dream of the butterfly. The words came to me suddenly and I immediately looked up. Someone was watching me. I looked outside the room trying to see who it was. There was a long, dim hallway. And beyond it, there was...
What's wrong, Miyashiro?
No, I thought I saw someone. I thought I saw a tiny shadow. The shadow of a tiny girl holding a sword far too big for her.
A shadow?
But when I looked again, it was gone. Skip that, because I don't want to get another sky end. Okay, wow, that's going to be an extremely short episode if I ended it here. So, in that case, I guess let's get to bad end and then see if it still feels like it's too short for an episode. What I'll do then is, while I'm not going to complete or go too far into the next ending, I will at least start the next ending's chapter. AKA, I'll go through the game and get to the point where it starts up the new route chapter. Does that make sense? You'll see if it you'll understand what I mean if we get to that point. Otherwise, let's just go ahead and get the bad endings now. We already got one. Actually, there are 4 bad ends. Okay. There are 4 bad ends. We already got one, the negative on the first delusion. Next up is go back to the 3rd delusion. So the delusion here. There's a bad ending for both choosing neutral and negative. So let's just start with neutral now. That's right. I didn't need anything else. Of course, this was the entrance to a store, and there was always going to be footsteps of people coming in and out. I ignored it and started to walk forward. What? Suddenly I lost my balance. I was overtaken with surprise. My body was flailing backward. I could guess the cause. The person had come up to me from behind and grabbed me by the collar, then flung me backward. I fell down with tremendous speed. My back slammed down on the middle of the stairs. I bounced off and fell more, and this time I hit my neck. My body writhed at the bottom of the stairs. Strangely, I didn't feel any pain. My brain was emitting chemicals to dull the pain. I could tell. Not only had I fractured my skull, but I'd heard the sound of my neck snapping. I could tell that there was no saving me now. The flame of my life had been burning so brightly a moment ago, and now it was about to be blown out so easily. But why? Why had this happened to me? And who was the person staring at me from the top of the stairs? Doubts swirled in my mind as I began to cough up blood. And then the whole world turned black. Well, that was interesting. That was also exceedingly quick. That was like, what, 3 minutes? Continue. Load. Go back to the exact same point and choose negative this time. Who was that? I turned around. I don't know why that made me laugh. Seeing you, of all people, it kind of, for some reason, was hilarious to me. Hi, Haida. Nice to see you again. I froze in place when I saw who it was. The temperature in my body dropped rapidly and my heart turned to ice. It was her. Haida Rico, the Pyro Connect I thought was dead. My stomach started to shake from the tension. The terror dried up my throat and all the nerves in my body seemed to short out. My knees were shaking. I need to run. Otherwise she'll kill me. She'll kill me. I think we're screwed. The sheer hatred in her eyes overwhelmed me to the point where I couldn't move a single muscle. I can't move. Everything is stuck in place. My body isn't moving even though I'm telling it to. It's all your fault. Die! The woman in front of me said nothing. I felt like I could hear her whispering to me. A scream burst from my throat. And the next moment... Goodbye. My body burst into flames. Oddly enough, there wasn't that much pain. But my brain was telling me clearly that I was in mortal danger. There was the terrible smell of scorching protein and burning hair. Burns do a lot more damage to the body than people think.
Burns over just half the body are enough to kill you. From the intensity of the heat, I could tell that over 80% of my body had been burned. And they were probably third-degree burns too. A third-degree burn was bad enough that instead of pain, you felt nothing at all. There was no way to save me. The Pyrokinex flames were burning me alive. I rolled around and tried to put out the fire as best I could, but it was simply the last impulsive struggle of my survival instincts. The fire was so hot that all the oxygen around me had vanished, and I was starting to suffocate. Why is this happening? I thought she was dead. So why? Everything slowly started to fade away, and as it did, I could see Uki walking up to me, crying and sniffling. In her hand was the beautiful D-sword. The last thing I saw was the way it shone in the light of the fire.
Okay. The last ending of this route is a little more involved. Well, not actually not at all, but kind of. Basically, it's not the third. We need to go back to the second choice and choose neutral here. So, neutral. I carefully cut open the top of the letter and took a deep breath. I've always been watching you. I love you, Mishiro-senpai. Would you please be my boyfriend? But when I looked at the bottom of the letter, I froze. There was an 11-digit number, and next to it... I'm waiting for your answer. A message. Phone call, huh? Phone call was a very dark and scary thing for me. But she told me her feelings and was waiting for my answer. As a gentleman, I had to respond, and there was still a chance it was a prank Ito and Serika were playing on me. Need to make the call to be sure. Carefully enter the number on the paper into the phone, tap the call icon. Oh, there we go. Now, we need to get back to the third choice and choose positive there. Basically, the guide says to get the fourth bad end, you're supposed to get positive, neutral, positive for the three choices of this route. Now, there is something I want to go ahead and mention that I don't know what to do about. I mean, I'm obviously probably not going to get all bad endings at this point. Because if I have to get all bad endings, then that would mean going back through the Dark Sky bad route. Which I might do, but at the same time, it'd be a lot. But what I'm reading here is very interesting. So, before we continue, I want to mention the Real Sky bad end. The Real Sky route is apparently the next route we're going to be going on after doing everything else with this Dream/Another Sky route. But what it says here is interesting regarding the Real Sky bad end. It says, this bad ending is a bit peculiar in that it has not been made attainable in-game. All the scripting exists, however, and we have provided a video for it. So, I am kind of confused on what to do for it. I could just watch the video, but I'll think about it. Anyways, what was I supposed to do here? Oh yeah, choose positive. So I think I can just skip this, right? So I wonder what's gonna happen now. Because this is apparently the last bad end of the Dream/Another Sky, Another Sky bad end. Or whatever. Is this bad end gonna have us actually falling into the delusion? Staying in it? That's kind of what I'm predicting. I'm expecting one of these bad end. I expect that this bad end probably has us just choosing to stay in the delusion. Yeah. That's right. If Uki will make me happy, that's fine with me.
I'm glad.
A sweet, gentle darkness slowly enveloped me. If something bad happens, I can just look away from it. I can hide myself in my own little world and just not look at it. Trying to deal with bad things will only make me miserable. What's wrong with that? There's nothing in my life worth going through all that for. I can just let things pass me by. If I can have fun and be happy, what could be better? Everything will be alright. I can live here. Uki's saying she'll do everything she can for me. I can't turn down her kindness. This is fine. Nothing's wrong with staying here. Everything will be alright.
Yes, everything is going to be alright.
Everything's alright. In the end, this world is mine anyway. It's only what I perceive, what I feel, what I know. So I can just do what I want. It won't bother anybody else. I can just forget everything and let Uki take care of it. And then I fell. I fell toward an infinite abyss. Toward a happy world that only belonged to me. One I would never want to leave.
Good night, Takeru-san. Sweet dreams.
That's the fourth bad end. Well, this would be a little too short, I feel, if we just ended it now. That would probably be the most honest, but how about this? Instead of going in and ending it here, how about we at least get to the start of the next route, which is the real sky route. For this route, we need to select all positive delusions and additional delusions. However, when we do not choose positive for the delusion where Hinai... Okay, hang on. I should probably go ahead and start this up while I'm talking. So, for this route, what we're supposed to do... we select all positive delusions and additional delusions. However, we do not select positive for the delusions where Hinai and Takeru are preparing for the cultural festival, which is in Chapter 3. And we do not choose positive for the delusion where Takeru and the others are sleeping in the club room before the festival, which is also in Chapter 3. Apparently, if we make sure we do it that way, then we should get the second to last ending. Okay. Which is the real sky route. Oh, right, I can skip this. I was confused for a second, like, why did it slow down? I honestly thought the other route was gonna, like, the another sky route was gonna be much longer, but I guess not. Oh well. It said positive, right? Yeah, positive. For a second, I honestly did forget what I was supposed to be choosing. First delusion, go! Forward! I know that I could technically just use a save file, I think, where, I probably have plenty of save files that would work to get the, to the next routes much easier, but I just want to play it safe, and you just start from a new game. That way we know for a fact if we've chosen all the right answers. I feel like what I said just made no sense, but... Anyways, we got nothing to worry about till we get to Chapter 3. I'm just gonna make sure that anytime I see the chapter thing show up, like the chapter title called... Title called? Title card? Title card. That's what I'm trying to say. Title card. I'm probably just going to make a save every time I see a title card. Not title called. Not called. Title card. I do not know why I'm having a stroke. I don't want to hear it. What is your name again? Kawahara. For some reason, I thought your name was Takehara. For a second. Did I choose positive? I don't know if I did. We're gonna find out a painful way or not. More positivity. Hello. Look at this photograph. Group dive, man-child, crucifixion, vampire, numbskull, finger food, Dokkyun. Do 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 do. I'm sorry, did I choose positive for the Karahara delusion? I don't actually know if I did. I feel like I did. But at the same time, I feel like I didn't. I feel like I might have accidentally clicked through it too quickly. And I'm now paranoid that we're gonna get to the point where I'm just gonna go through the entire game without knowing if I got a new ending or not. Which, honestly, kind of par for the course, I feel, for me. I got that one right. Where does chapter 2 end? Oh, yeah. After Kurusu gets stabbed. Well, a little into that, but you know what I mean. Knock, knock. Hello, Shinjo. And... where are you? Wait, where is Kunosato? Is there a delusion around here? Hello, small one. Ow. That sounded like I got punched. Ugh. Ooh, snap my neck. I don't know if you guys heard that. So, there's one other route, besides True End, of course, that we're going to. Real Sky End. Who is that going to be for? It's gotta be either Kurusu or Onoe. It can only be those two, I feel. It's either going to... as to who I think it's more likely... I'm gonna go with Kurusu. The reason I'm not gonna say it's an Onoe's ending is because it says Real Sky End. It says real. If there's any ending that I think would fit Kurusu most, it'd be anything that involves reality. The true, like actual real, like facing whatever's happening. That's my guess. But if it's not Kurusu, then there's only two other people it could be, I think. One, I think, is less likely simply because apparently she doesn't have a D-sword, but Kunosato technically, I think, is still possible as an ending. But, I mean, if Kazuki could become an ending, then, and we didn't know about her having a D-sword until another route entirely, then, well, you know. I think it's safe to say that, it's possible the same things is happening with Kunosato. But, yeah, if it's not Kunosato, then the only other person I could think of would be Onoe, because there's definitely not one for the father character, whoever she was again, who he was. Whose name is completely slipping me by for some reason. Oh, I have to do this again. Okay, Don't Look is you. Group Dive is you. Audio Bleed is you. Manchild is you. Revolving Dead. And then the Crucifixion. Right? Oh, no. This is Love Hotel. Oh, for the love of Pete. Stop making me select these! But yeah, I think the most likely candidate for the real ending is gonna probably be Caruso. Don't look is this one. What am I doing again? Crucifixion. Vampire numbskull, take your food. Ugh. Ugh. Hello. Turn that off. Now look at it again. Now it's getting time to get told that we're gonna die, but first, delusion. I cast delusion on you. What is she doing here? Long lost sister. Hello. By the way, you're gonna die. I forgot there's 2 delusions here. Hotel. You're gonna die. Is this where we now see Kunosato? There you are. I was trying to adjust. Do 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 do. Look at all these sumos. And this is now where Takaru puts the one on his wall, right? Could you stop? Oh. I'm sorry, hearing Takaru's. If you ask me, it was funny. Alright. Chapter 2 has no delusions that we need to worry about choosing. It's only Chapter 3 where we have to choose negative. Otherwise, everything else stays positive, and there's aside from the fact that the guide I have mentioned, it's impossible to get the bad end of the real Sky route. What was I talking about again? I was moving my jacket, and for some reason that completely took me out of my thoughts. I have no idea what I was talking about. I really am confused for some reason. What was I talking about? Well, it must not have been that important, surely, because I forgot about it within within not even 10, like 3 seconds of saying it. I know I was in the middle of saying something and then I completely forgot what I was doing. Good job, me. Fantastico. Alright. Footage upload to wiki from outside the Love Hotel. Taken from outside, so this one. I don't know if I have to get this right, but I'm just making sure I do. Long distance shot, don't look. Audio bleed. Close-up footage of audio bleed is right here. Long range photo is right here. Sumo sticker for Revolving Dead is right here. Put that there. Whew. Look at this photograph. Please stop banging on the frickin' wall. Do 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 do. Now we do the what was the positive delusion here? Was it the police officer Hinae? Miniskirt police officer Hinae? I think it is. Yep. I was trying to determine if it was that or the other one, which is, now that I think about it, it's super obvious which one's worse. Maybe that just shows how little faith I have in Takaru. He has his moments. What's the next solution here? Is it the bathroom one? The one in the hospitals? There's the Rorschach. Hello. I do wonder if the true end of this game is going to be similar to how, the true end of, whatchamacallit was. The true end of, my brain is hurting trying to turn gears for some reason. Is the true end of this game going to be like the true end of Chaos Head Noah? That's what I was going to say. I feel like the sound of the delusion starting was the sound of my brain clicking. Like realizing I could actually say something for once. And now I've lost it completely. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, I wonder if the ending is going to be similar to how Chaos Head Noah's was, because, and what I mean by that is, in Chaos Head Noah, the true ending was technically, like, the normal route ending, but then with more stuff added to the end of it, or rather, the end of it was different. I wonder if that's going to be the same case here, because I'm still curious, what happened at the end of the common route, where, Takru just goes insane, seemingly, and kills a bunch of police officers? I haven't forgotten about that, fully. But, yeah, I do remember that he goes insane in the common route, thinking he's following Serica. Also, delusion, go. I know he goes insane in the common route, thinking he's following Serica, and then suddenly we just hear a news report saying, like, oh, hey, this kid, he's, killed a bunch of cops now. Run from him. Is there any more delusions for this route? I don't remember. I don't think so. Watch me be wrong. Because I do kind of want to learn more, though, about what exactly happened at the end there with Takru going insane. I mean, it could just be a... I don't know what it could just be, actually, to be honest with you. I was gonna try and sound smart there, but, if you couldn't tell, my brain is not working in high capacity today, for some reason. Then again, I feel like it's only running ever at about 50% capacity. By the way, Cruiser got stabbed, and I'm about to get punched. By the way, your club's canceled. Unless you do an interview. No Bear. I still love the No Bear. I just think it's very cute that it has No-No's name on it, on the ears. There's something about that I find very cute. Hello, not dead twins. Where was this reporter guy? Scream. Did somebody just get slapped? Look at this photograph. And every time I do, it makes me laugh. Okay, so in this chapter, we need to make sure we choose negative, or at least just not choose positive for the delusions of Hinai and Takuru and the gang all sleeping in the cloakroom. Everything else I select positive for. I probably will just choose neutral then for those ones, because I don't think I've actually seen neutral proper, I guess. I also should probably save here, just to be safe. What was I doing again? I'm gonna save here. My brain hurt. And... Space Wars! Punch. this the body swap slash I'm being watched at all times delusion. Or in our case, it's going to be the body swap one. Up. It just now occurs to me that Takeru gets a lot of physical damage on him during Chapter 3, it feels like. You got Kawahara punching him, you got... I heard a slap somewhere, I heard Kazuki attacks. Anyways, this delusion, we choose not positive. It doesn't say whether I choose negative or neutral, so I'm just going to assume neutral's fine. Excuse me. No. Neutral. So that should be fine. Then the next delusion will be the one where everyone's hanging out together in the club room. There, just choose neutral or negative. I'm going to choose neutral because I refuse to have Ito... End of sentence. I refuse to have Ito, end of sentence. What was I gonna say again? There was something else I was gonna add to that statement. And then I just choose positive for everything else, though. Hello, Kurusu. We'll be getting our confirmation, too, about whose ending this is. Ow. Yeah, I got something in my chest. Okay, for this delusion, we select neutral or negative. Again, I refuse to have Ito, end of sentence. So, we're just gonna power through it. Oh. He took out his phone, the LCD screen lit up. What's up? I forgot, it's almost midnight. Oh. Okay. There we go. So if we continue choosing positive from here on, we should be en route to get the real Sky End. And I realize now I have to rewatch once again fucking Watabe. I don't want to watch his death again. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. The way that he dies makes me very uncomfortable. Ugh. Might be getting a cough here. Ugh. Hope not. Because that'd be unfortunate. Do. Yeah, it says there's no other delusions I need to pay attention to. Just keep selecting positive, I get. Ugh. What's going on with me? Maybe I do have something in my... some sort of cough bug or something. I wasn't paying attention and I saw it again. Do I have to check the things off again? Morbidly obese. Yeah. Special powers. Beep, 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 beep. Those eyes are Gaza. Positive. Hello, Noi. Kurusu.
Put some clothes on.
Up! Give up on the case, Takaru. Achievement unlocked. Discover no Kurusu's chapter. I knew it. Yep. I was right. The second to last ending we're going to be getting is no Kurusu's ending. I was right. I wonder if this ending is just going to have us giving up on the case and having questions left unanswered. I feel like I just got flashbanged 3 times in a row. Anyways, Ito, it's time for you to sleep with a dead body for a few seconds. In you go. And you're free. How was your sleep with a dead body? Now we get to watch Onoe get crushed like a grape again. Or not even watch it, we just get to hear it. There we go. Crushed like a grape. Chapter 5, Gigglomaniacs. I still have to wonder, is that... the way that the hair looks on the sumo sticker man there... is it supposed to be Kunosato? Like, is the delusion making us fuse Kunosato in that delusion as a sumo sticker monster? Because the hair makes me think it's supposed to be. I could be completely off my rocker, but I think so. Like Rorschach tests? Stop showing me Watabe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Need no brain. So far, none of the endings have really been happy at all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, the happiest one, the ending that we can call happiest, I'd argue. Also, by the way, yummy brain. The ending that you could argue might be happiest, question mark, is maybe Dream Sky? Maybe? Because definitely not Hinae's. Kazuki's, as hilarious as it is not exactly a happy ending, because they're now going to be targeted by the government, or rather the Committee of 300 forever. In Another Sky, not only is Takaru dead in another, not only is Uki dead in Another Sky end, but Takaru might just still be in a delusion. I don't know if I'm supposed to continue selecting positive or negative, but we're just going to continue selecting positive. So, yeah, definitely not Another Sky end. Kaminru, no. Takaru goes insane, becomes a mass murderer of police, plus Yui and Kurusu are dead. What else am I missing here? I feel like there's something I'm missing, but I can't put my finger on it. What it is I'm missing. And of course, none of the bad ends. So yeah, none of the endings have really been happy, and if I'm being honest with you, I don't expect the true ending or the real Sky ending to be any better. In fact, if the true ending is going to be anything like how the Kaminru end was, in the sense that if the true ending route is going to be happen in a similar way to how the true ending of Chaos Head Noah happened, in which it's basically a different variant of the common route, then that would mean Takaru is still a psychopath. Floating book. Only 2 more endings. You know, now that we're getting close to the end of this game, I have to start thinking about what other kind of visual novel type games are going to be left to play, because there's not really a whole lot for me. I do have this... I got this game on sale, something called, like... Oh god, it's off... it's like... Cutthroat? Like, Tyrion Cutthroat? It's some sort of, like, Ace Attorney, like, fan game. Or, well, not even a fan game. It's like its own real game, but it's like... What's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking for, but like it's using like the same style and respects Ace Attorney. I don't remember what's the phrase I'm looking for. Honors? Pays homage? Vine boom? Because that's what it sounded like just happened when we got zoom-ins on those things. Oh. Vine boom, vine boom, vine boom. Ah. Hello, Haida. Grr. Grr. Fire. Fire in the hole. Grenade. And she's gone. So when's the route gonna split off for Caruso's chapter, I'm wondering? Hello, Caruso. Yeah, I know. I didn't think it would be Onoe, because again, Onoe was kind of... If you want to count any route as Onoe's route, then I would consider the common route to be Onoe's route, honestly. Then again, the true end might also be Onoe's route. I don't know. We will see. Anyways. Pick up the child. Give them a new family. More sibling now. Chapter 7. In time for the eroding past. Orange. Pen. Squish. You know... Oh, gosh. I forgot. I have to do this one more time. Stop making me do this. First victim of the Don't Look case was famous for being able to predict the future. Audio bleed, Patrance, Revolving Dead, Remind. Utani was able to become famous. She became a popular vocalist.
Why do I keep coughing?
Sorry if it's getting annoying with the cough. I'm trying to avoid it. The one who attacked you powers pyrokinesis. Maybe we'll learn more about Minamisawa Senri in Karusu's ending. Maybe. Because we still barely know anything about Minamisawa Senri, it feels like. Then again, she could just be this game's red herring in the sense that she's not even relevant in any way. Like, her name was just there to distract you from anything else. I don't think I have to select positive for anything else, so I'm just going to select neutral from now on. Just so we can skip forward and get to the next parts quicker. Not quickler. I was trying to say quickly and quicker at the same time, and I got quickler. Sorry. Ah. Oh, I'm not coming down with something. I'll force myself to stop coughing if I have to. I thought I heard I thought it sounded like a bomb was about to go off. The child is now ours. Your sibling now. I'm wondering if the route's gonna split once we get to Caruso's death. That would be interesting, but I don't think it will, because how the hell are you gonna make that work? Plus, it would be kind of weird if Caruso dies on her own ending. Then again, Uki died in her own ending, so what am I saying? If we want to go off those kind of rules, then... oh boy. I just got punched by Kunosawa when I wasn't looking. Sorry, I was looking at something. Some break. Kazuki death stare in the background. Okay, I'm starting to think that Yui's probably going to die still. Because we are starting to get scarily close to Yui's death. So I'm starting to think Yui's death is going to become part of the real Sky route. Unless the game wants to prove me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. Please. Do. Ring-a-ding-ding. Look at this graph. Or never mind. Going back to this delusion. Chapter 8. We're now in the chapter where Yui dies. So I'm starting to think Yui's going to once again have to be turned into little boxes. Oh boy, prepare yourselves. Where the child is being ready to be packaged. Do. And I thought we were gonna see Haida Rico in the fast forward, and I was gonna say Haida jump scare, but it didn't work. We didn't see her in the fast forward. Okay. The one who attacked us, the one who I saw was the one who attacked us before me, Miss Alice Henry. She was a pyrokinetic. Her power was show me delusion of being alone. Arguing about she didn't believe Senri was the what I remember said was a lie. It was a lie about the earthquake death. She tried to attack Yui. Hello, Yui. I am kind of surprised that there was no Yui ending, to be honest with you. I guess I kind of just figured that every Gigalomaniac would become featured in an ending. But I guess Yui's not going to be one of those. I mean, in a way, she gets featured in an ending, in the sense that she becomes the reason why a lot of things happen. Just not in the way that I want it. Look at this lamp. Are we really gonna have to witness Yui die again? Please don't. I don't wanna. I don't want to witness it again. Hello. Serica, I about call you Sena, and I was about to be very confused. This is not Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Hello. Where's... Oh, hey, you're alive. Surprisingly. Not for long! You're about to die! Goodbye. Stop showing me Watabe! Yep, Yui's dead. Yep, if we're at this point, then I think Yui's dead. Yui's just full-on dead. Oh boy. Goodbye, Yui. Boxes. Hello, Kurusu. Well, it's still going. Oh, yeah, I forgot you looked like that. Chapter 9. Duel. Wait, was I right that it's going to end up splitting off when Kurusu and Inoue fight and Kurusu dies? Was I right? Is that actually going to be where it splits? Because at this point, that's the only place where it could happen. Blood. Put the map back up. Oh no. I'm getting tired. Mind controlled with Toggle. Sumo stick is... We still don't know what Kurusu's power is either. We know she's a gigalomaniac, but we don't know exactly what her power is. That... Hey, Kurusu, you might want to get your, like, route started soon, because I don't want you to just suddenly die before we get... Kurusu. Kurusu. Is Kurusu's ending just... Or Kurusu's route just gonna happen where it... while she's entirely dead? The entire route? Nope, don't cough. Don't cough. I felt it coming, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to screw up my voice. What have I gotten there? What am I doing? Stickers in the case? Who stood to gain by having Watabe come to... Newspaper Club. What was it? Was it this one? This one? This. Oh. Okay, thank you. Oh, forgot to. Which of these people can't be a suspect? Ah. Stop making me do this. Armor. Apparently. You know what? Screw it. I don't care anymore. You. Why is it suddenly not skipping? You. We're about to get to the point where Kurusu dies. Game? It's still her chapter, right? I didn't somehow go back onto the common route. Right? Hi, Yuto. Do. Kurusu, is your chapter going to start soon? Kurusu, your route better start soon, or else you're going to be dead for the entirety of it. Squeeze. Kurusu! Kurusu! Please! Please do not die before your route even starts. Please! I said please!
I stared in shock at what I saw beneath the moonlight. I couldn't comprehend what I was seeing. Kurusu was panting heavily, her face twisted in pain, and holding a tall D-sword in her hands. There was red liquid splattered all around the rooftop. It was probably her blood. Serika was attacking her with a D-sword of her own. I'd never seen Serika look like that before. Kurusu was just barely keeping up. I had no idea why she had a D-sword, but the design of the sword itself was a combination of blade and shield, and it was just barely keeping her alive.
Kurusu, no!
Takaru?
Why'd you come here? Or even run away? What the hell's going on? Why do you have a D-sword?
Kurusu looked at her D-sword, then at my face, then down at her feet.
So you didn't tell Nishira yet, huh? You fake. Then maybe I'll just tell him myself.
Uh-oh.
What just... Kurusu struck without warning. She was a different person than I'd ever seen before. The two twisted blades collided with the sound of metal screeching against metal. Both of them refused to back down.
I always did think you were incredibly irritating, but even your D-sword pisses me off. How about you? Seems like your D-sword has a few problems of its own. I know I can't beat you. My power is different, and your mind reading is telling you everything I think. But can't you tell? Your D-sword is feeding me back your own thoughts. What?
Really?
That's right. I can tell what you're thinking.
Really? What is her power? Serika didn't seem to have realized this because she pulled away her D-sword in shock. If she did, she jumped backwards.
That's impossible.
Until now, she'd been completely expressionless, like a crazy murderer.
But for the first time, I saw doubt in her eyes.
My D-sword. It reads my own thoughts and shares them. So now I know all about you too. Now we're even. So, what will you do? You want to kill me, right? Then do it. Kill me right in front of Takeru. That's what he wants, right? If it is, then I'll gladly let you kill me. Kurusu! What did she say? That's what I want? I want her to kill Kurusu. What the hell does that mean? You can read Takeru's heart, can't you? If he really wants you to kill me, then do it. What's wrong? Aren't you going to do it? Kurusu held her D-sword in one hand and spread out the other out to the side, as if to demonstrate how vulnerable she was. But Serika didn't attack her. Serika, what you're thinking contradicts itself. Contradicts itself. How so? You think that you exist to give Takeru something he wants to do, and help him achieve it. What? Serika gives me something I want to do? That's why she exists. What the hell's going on? This doesn't make any sense. The two of them just kept glaring at each other, ignoring me. But do you think that this is what Takeru wants? Do you think he wanted Ito-kun, his best friend, to kill Yui, his little sister? Do you really think that that's what Takeru wished for? I had to make the game more exciting. Then kill me too. That'll make him happier, right? You. Kurusu had lowered her weapon, completely exposing herself. Serika raised her own. Stop annoying! Yashiro Takeru. That's not what I wished for! Huh? That's not what I want, and I don't want you to do it either! I finally knew now. I finally knew what was important to me. What I truly wished for was... Serika swung her D-sword up high as if driven by some unseen force. Stop! Takeru, no! I tried to leap between them, but Kurusu's voice interrupted me. Stay back. Let me talk to Serika right now. But... Please, Takeru. Her voice was calm, but there was no room for disagreement. I hesitated for a moment, then stopped. But I was ready to jump in at any moment if I needed to. Kurusu turned towards Serika once more and continued. Serika was still holding her D-sword above her head, but she was pale and unmoving. Serika, you can read other people's hearts, but you don't understand your own at all, do you? What? At first, you started the game for Takeru's sake, but at some point your goal changed. It stopped being a game for Takeru, and started being a game for you. A game for me. Can't you tell? The more time you spent with Takeru, the more you start to think that you were the only one who could support him. You need to be the only person that he could trust, didn't you? No, You're jealous and angry at everything he trusted. His family, his best friend. You saw them as threats. And then you started hating me, for turning him into someone who cared about his friends and family. Shut up. I know all about your lies and your feelings. Because you're Takeru's... Shut up! Serika, you might have been a puppet before, but now you're... Shut up! Serika. What the hell you know? Lies? What lies? What have I ever said that's a lie? Something was wrong with the way she was talking. It was a mix between the Serika I knew and the one I didn't. And what gives you the right to say that about anyone else anyway? Which of us is a real liar? It's you! You're the liar! Kurusu froze for a moment when Serika called her a liar. Serika must have thought she finally had the upper hand again because she smiled. You went pale, just like you did before. You really don't want Takeru to know, do you, you liar?
Liar. Come to think of it, Serika did say before that there's something Kurusu isn't telling me. Actually, Kurusu told me that herself too. Yeah. Someday, I want to tell you all the things that I can't say now. It may make you hate me again, but I can live with that. When that happens, will you let me say everything I need to? What is it? What the hell's going on? Just what are Serika and Kurusu talking about?
I know all about it. You're a failure, a liar, and...
Don't... A fake. Fake? What do you mean a fake? Kurusu's hand flew forward. Her blade sliced out towards Serika in a circle, ripping through the air as it moved. It must have been an unconscious movement, so fast that there wasn't even time to read her mind. And Serika hadn't expected her to stop talking attack, so her response was a little slow. But she still managed to barely block it at the last second.
Okay, you're finally ready to kill me, huh? I like that, Nan-chan.
The D-swords collided again. Their silver silhouettes scorched the atmosphere around them. The blades bit into one another in a rush of feints and parries. A scent like ozone stung my nostrils. I'd lost my chance to stop the two of them, and all I could do was watch them fight. Why is this happening? What's going on?
Come on, what's wrong? Done already? Let's play some more.
Kurusu had been the one to start this fight, but she seemed unable to hide her shock at having done so. Serika, meanwhile, was showing no signs of fear or resistance at all. Her strikes were calm and precise. And in this battle, that was what made the fatal difference.
Oh, right. You always were terrible at sports, weren't you?
Serika laughed and pulled her blade away. It was an obvious trap. No, Kurusu! Kurusu attacked, falling for the obvious trap. Serika smiled and moved, just a little, then waited for the sword to go by. Kurusu had stepped too far forward and failed to strike her target. She lost her balance. Her body was wide open to the threat in front of her. Don't do this.
We know each other for a long time, but it's over now. Bye-bye, Nan-chan.
Cold, cruel voice, and a single strike from above. A waterfall of light appeared in midair, coming right down on top of Kurusu's skull. It was a simple attack, but clearly one that would be fatal. No, no! My body finally slipped away from my mind and moved, but my hand was too far away. I'm not gonna make it in time! But then my hand grabbed onto something.
What?
It was a D-sword, gleaming dull gray in the moonlight. Not this time! I grabbed the weapon from the rift between dimensions and swung it up as hard as I could to block the strike above Kurusu's head. Takeru! I put more strength into it and knocked Serika's sword away. It really was a D-sword. I could feel it in my hands. A cursed blade. Something I had created that existed only for me.
Why? Taku.
Serika stopped to attacking and looked like she was about to cry. Her voice was weak, but it was the voice of the girl I'd known since I was little.
Why are you picking Nan-chan instead of me when I've been by your side for so long?
No,
Why? Tell me, Taku, is this really the world you wish for?
Serika was mumbling to herself like a patient with severe heat stroke. Oh, no, listen to me.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, no,
I don't want to hear it. Serika!
Serika turned around and vanished into the darkness before either of us could say another word. I didn't know what was going on anymore. Yui was dead. Ito had killed her. And Serika and Kurusu had just been trying to kill each other with swords. Why Serika? And why did Kurusu have a D-sword? Was she a psychic too? Kurusu? Kurusu suddenly looked at me in terror. What happened? What's going on here? Will you tell me, please? Kurusu slowly closed her eyes and then nodded. Heads or tails, a puzzling entanglement of shadows and light. Okay, that feels like a more proper place to end it here for today. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all later when I hopefully have this cough gone. Peace.